What do you get when you mix military precision, medical expertise, and South Florida fare? A guest who's redefining wellness and doing it with heart. Hey now, friends.
Hi.
Welcome to the Digital Mayors Podcast, where we shine a light on the people, the businesses, the stories that make South Florida a great place to live, work, play, learn, give, and thrive.
That's right. Whether it's a hidden gem restaurant, an inspiring local leader, or an organization doing incredible things, we're here to bring you the good stuff.
Yes, and if this is your first time tuning in, thank you for joining us. We are grateful and welcome. And if you are back, if you're a regular, hi, Eric Rosenblum, thank you for being part of our community. We are grateful for that too, man.
Yes, and we've got a great one for you today, and we'd love to hear from you. So what's your favorite underrated South Florida spot?
Good question.
Send us a DM.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
All right. So let's jump right in. Today's guest is Mariana Berger, a board-certified physician assistant, Air Force veteran. Thank you for your service. Mm-hmm. And the powerhouse behind Freedom Wellness and Aesthetics. She's helping people look and feel their best, all while raising a family, building a business, and staying active in the community.
True. And so Mariana met her husband, Michael, in the Air Force while they both served in the Air Force, and she is the real deal. She is compassionate. She's confident. She's not afraid to speak the truth about, the reality of juggling family, business, social, the whole thing. Mariana, thank you for your service. And
thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, welcome to the Digital Mayors
Podcast.
Welcome.
Finally be here.
Yes.
We've
been a while in the making.
Yeah.
yeah.
But we got you. We locked the door. So
yes.
We got to finish the
Ben,
podcast.
is the door locked, Ben?
This day
Okay.
is finally here.
Okay, awesome. So just to start off, how did you get started in medicine and aesthetics?
Yes. So actually, I've always wanted to be a doctor. Growing up, I remember being, since I could remember, right? Everyone, what do you want to be when you grow up? I knew I wanted to be a doctor. That's forever. Cool. My dad is a veterinarian.
Okay.
He is no longer practicing. He's now retired in California, but he was actually forced into medical retirement. He had a lung transplant last year.
Wow.
So love you, Daddy. But he's doing great.
Good.
So I think I always had a medical aspirations from just, probably genetics, seeing my dad. I'm surprised I didn't want to work with animals, though. I never had any aspirations of wanting to be a vet, but I always knew I loved medicine. I love to, watch anything gory or just help people.
Well, that
heal
makes
people.
one of us.
All that fun stuff. So.
I'm the one, by the way, when I'm watching a show with my wife and there's something gory on, I'm like, tell me when I can look. Yeah. Tell me when I can look.
No.
Yeah.
So I actually, I studied science my whole life, whatever got in college. But actually, I had a hard time in school. I'm one of those persons that has to study a lot. I'm not, I don't have
not a natural.
No, and so it was very hard for me. And in college, I studied actually something totally different. I studied communication and public relations.
Oh, cool.
With like a science background. And I did that because science was hard for me. I wish I could have been a pre-med, biology straight A student, but I wasn't. It was, I had to work at it.
Yeah,
I was like a B/A student, but it was hard. So I graduated from college. I went to USC, the University of Southern California, graduated with a bachelor's degree in communication and public relations. And then I joined the military. And in the military is actually where I found my direction more towards medicine. I was like, wow, these medics are so great,
Right.
whether it was Marines, Navy, whatever. And I kind of just followed that path, and the Air Force is what helped me come back to medicine. So going to the Air Force helped me. I was a medical technician, a med tech, gained my experience, went back to school, and finished my bachelor's in science finally. And led me to PA school. Actually, I went to PA school because one of my I was waiting to take the MCAT, the exam to go into medical school at the time, and one of my close friends was like, "Oh, I'm going to PA school," and I'm like, "Well, what's that?"
What's that about? Right.
So
and by the way, for the audience, physician assistant.
Physician assistant.
Okay.
Yep, physician assistant is a certified master's degree. There's only a few schools in the U.S. that offer it, and it's only it's recognized in about 7 countries, I think, in the entire world. So I went back when my friend mentioned she was going to PA school. To avoid taking the MCAT, actually,
Right.
I applied to PA school and I got in.
Cool.
So that's really what led me to this career path, and I'm so grateful.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I've heard that PA is the way to go anyways.
I agree. I
it's-
feel like being a doctor is overrated. Just kidding. I love doctors. They're amazing people. I just couldn't be one.
Right.
But it led me to this, and I wouldn't, have it any other way. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Because listen, we see you regularly. You're happy, right? You live a good
Yes,
life. I mean,
I love what I do. I
Yeah.
absolutely
That's-
love
yeah.
my career.
yeah,
I
your
am
passion is
very
very
obvious.
clear.
Yes, I feel so bad that I'm not even like when I tell people that like I'm going to work, I genuinely feel bad calling it that
Right.
because it's my passion.
That's
I'm
awesome.
so grateful that I literally get to do this every day.
That's
cool.
Shit, no.
Excuse me, I'm going to slide over. a
My
little bit.
brother, the bumper in between. So
My
what's
favorite thing.
what's something that people misunderstand
About
the
being a
world,
PA?
about being a PA, about the world of injectables and about aesthetics?
So I started my PA career actually in medicine. I've been an internal medicine PA for almost 10 years. And I wanted to work in the ER surgery, just use my hands before I learned the world of aesthetics and wellness actually. And I think it was the best path for me because I learned really what medicine meant. I learned I was a hospitalist PA, so I admitted patients.
All right.
I saw them in the ER when they're very sick, and then I was the one who brought you into the hospital. And when you're in the hospital, you would see somebody like me. So I learned everything that I felt, in my opinion, was important. You learn medicine, what it's like, what the human condition is all about, and then from there is where I discovered aesthetics. I just, somebody. I always, of course, like most girls, I think, love to look at pretty things or, I want these wrinkles to go away, whatever. And I had a friend and she was like, oh, I'm learning how to do Botox. And of course I was intrigued. I'm like,
Sure.
Tell me more. How do I do this? So it was just like following somebody else who was doing it. And I sort of learned, and it's very hard to get into this field. It's not every day you can go and say, oh, I'm going to be an injector and be an injector the next day. It's very, very difficult. I was very lucky to have that opportunity.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So you're a mom.
Oh, sorry, you were asking me about a
Right.
misconception.
Yeah, like what? Yeah, what do people misunderstand?
So I think being a PA, a physician assistant, not to be confused with physician's assistant, because you can be a, like a medical technician
Right.
or an office,
right.
like
a medical tech,
assistant,
yeah.
like a med tech, right? So I think that's the biggest misconception. People think that I'm the assistant, which is fine. I have a medical assistant. She's the lover.
Right.
Nicole,
It's not.
I
It's
would-
not about ego.
Right. It's
It's
not
about
an ego
what
thing. And it's
the
just
education
and teaching people like this is what it is. This is an accredited, master's degree. I'm like your doctor, and that's really the best way. I always just say, do you know what a nurse practitioner is? I am pretty much the comparable to that. And that's how I explain it. But I would say that's the biggest misconception that I'm an assistant
Right.
and not the
Right.
person,
Not the-
treating your
the
condition.
person.
Right. That's interesting. Very cool. So you're a mom, a wife, a business owner, and a veteran.
Right. Right.
What's been one of the biggest challenges in balancing all of that?
Yeah. That's a lot.
Balancing it. I still don't have it figured out. And I was telling you guys earlier, any advice on how to juggle it all and how to say no. I think so I have a business coach. Hi, Matt. I love you. You're amazing. You saved my life in so many ways. But we were talking about it this morning, the art of saying no. You can't, I see every opportunity. I feel like I'm a very positive person. So everything that comes to me, I see it, God sent it to me for a reason, this is meant to be for me. So how can I make this work? And I think I have to just be better at figuring it out or just saying like, maybe this is going to work, but not right now. And if you guys have any advice for me for that, I would greatly appreciate it because I don't know how to say no.
No.
I will say yes.
Yeah.
And I don't have to, I could say yes and maybe just not right now. Yes. But I don't know.
So let me tell you with that. I mean, my brother and I both struggle with that a lot, and I have recently gotten better. And I am proud of myself when I say no to things. I'll call my wife and be
Yeah?
like, "Honey, I said no to something. Can you believe it?"
Yeah.
She's like, "No, I don't believe you."
I just see every opportunity as like, I have to
be
make
of
this
service,
work.
to
Right.
help.
It's even as stupid as 2 years ago, I was in 8 fantasy football leagues because people asked me, and I just
And he said
You
yes.
can't say no.
Correct.
I don't want to be in 8 fantasy football leagues. It's so exhausting and stressful.
Yeah.
To add to this, I am the room parent for my 3-year-old's class. I have no business being a
Right.
room mom.
Right.
I
You run a business.
Right. I have a business. I'm trying to spend time with my husband.
Yeah. Yeah.
I-
You're busy.
Why did I say yes
Yeah.
to that? You know, and I don't want I think a big thing is for me, I don't want to miss out. I don't want to miss
Yeah,
out on the
FOMO.
moments.
Same.
you
We're
know?
Very similar.
My brother and I are
Yeah,
the
the
same.
same
I'm
exact
like,
way.
I can't say no to this.
Right.
Yeah. So any advice?
I get that. Well,
for
so
that?
so
I
let me
would-
ask you this, because that's a lot,
Yeah.
right? It's a lot to
Right.
handle. You have a lot of prestigious titles, right?
Yes.
Mom, veteran,
right.
business owner. Do you have a go-to self-care when you're like done? You know, when you reach that overwhelm period.
I do, but then I cancel them.
Mm.
I'll schedule. I have a chiropractor, and I should see him every week, and I cancel on him all the time. I shouldn't do that.
Oh, you know what?
that's-
Can I make a suggestion? We've talked about this. I think we talked about it last week. Something that my sister-in-law started us doing, and not in a creepy way, by the way. We do like a
I'm interested to hear what he's going to say.
I know.
no, we do a date night once in a while. Me, my brother, and Lydia.
Yeah, the three of
You
us.
three?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
the
so
three of
cute.
us
Again,
date
not
night.
date night,
No,
but just
no.
like the three of us. Because
Yeah.
listen, my brother and Lydia are my best friends,
Right.
and we love to spend time with each other. So once in a while, and we did it recently, and I want to do it on the regular. And I think I said, it's like, listen, when I find a great girl, this is going to be a date night once in a while, where we go to the massage place, the foot massage place that they call a foot massage, but it's a full body massage
Nice,
for an
okay.
hour. So just to go do that, and it's not crazy expensive. It's like $60,
That's
$80.
great, yeah.
Like, it's crazy. But to go do that and just have a little,
Feels
Right.
good. I could feel it right now.
yeah. Listen, by the way, part of my affirmations and the hypnosis script I just mentioned,
cool.
like one of my favorite inductions when I've had hypnosis stuff done is imagining a massage. Like, you can feel it going up your legs and up your back and over your shoulders and over the top of your head and your jaw relaxed like that.
God, I love a good massage.
Yeah, if you can be in that moment. So that may be just a once in a while, grab a
Letting
babysitter.
it go, yeah.
You and Mike go freaking get a massage. And this foot massage
Does Mike
place.
get massages?
No.
I feel like he's a tough guy.
But he
He's
could.
a tough guy.
crap.
Yeah, but he could.
Nicest guy, but I feel like he's a tough guy. Yeah.
But you know what? He's much. We do Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And so that's a relief,
Yes.
even though it's stressful and
Yeah.
hard, it's nice
Yeah.
to do that. So he's been getting really much more into that, and he does see the chiropractor more
There you
regularly.
go. See, so now
he's-
maybe a little
yeah.
massage. Because I'm telling you,
Yeah.
these foot massage things, like it's a big open room. It's not, so like we're literally the three of us next to each other and giggling
Trying
because
not to
we're
laugh.
ticklish,
Yeah.
like stupid shit.
That's so cool.
But
that
yeah,
you
but
do
that-
that's
like,
you
that
know,
could be
not
a fun
everybody
way.
gets along with their
No,
brother. You
yeah.
guys are blessed.
We're very
That's-
fortunate.
Very,
yeah,
very
that is
fortunate.
awesome.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
We're very fortunate for that.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite way to enjoy a day off in so flat?
Do you take a day off?
No. The beach.
Yeah.
Love the beach. I've always been, a beach.
Well, you're a California
person.
girl, right?
California girl. The beach is very
girls.
different here, though.
Different.
But yes, absolutely the beach, which I never do. My husband doesn't love the beach either. Isn't that crazy? So
No,
he's
how
a
about this?
Floridian.
You can
who
go to
does
the
not
beach
like
with
the
my
beach.
wife, and I'll go hang out with Mike somewhere else.
There you go.
Okay.
Because I love the beach except for the sand and the water.
I don't
Other than that, it's awesome.
understand that. That's the best part of it.
So weird.
That's
There's
so
stuff
weird.
swimming
Are
in
you
there,
not a-
and
are
you
a
can't
beach
see it.
person?
I love it all.
Okay, yeah,
I mean, don't get me
no.
wrong. I get a little anxious in the water sometimes because
Yeah.
my mind is like, okay, what was that?
Give me a pool. Give me a pool any day.
I love
No
the
sand,
beach.
pool, I'm good.
Crazy person.
I get it.
You're a
All right, so
crazy
the
person.
beach. Let's go. Is there a
Yeah.
particular beach you like to go to? Us?
Honestly, just any. I think we live in the most beautiful place here.
yeah.
So any beach
That we
for
do.
me,
Yeah. Just head
is
east.
perfect.
You're gonna
Yeah,
find
just
a
go
nice-
east. Boynton, Delray, Boca.
Yes.
I mean,
All
wherever
of
there's
them.
parking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That's
So
it.
Which
about
is never-
about a month ago, my younger son had to be somewhere, and I went to go drop him off. My wife had like a nail appointment or Pilates or something, and my older son, he's 17, so it's not like he's gonna hang out with me. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the beach, and I went by myself at like 8 a.m. on a Saturday. I walked down, I took off my shoes, I took off my shirt, just left him by there, and I just walked up and down the beach for like an hour, and it was so refreshing. It felt so good, and I can't wait to do it again. Except I've had something to do every single weekend and haven't had time to do it again.
Correct.
But
I used to do that all the time. I used to go on beach runs,
Mm-hmm.
just like run from wherever, leave your car parked, run into the beach. And I haven't done that.
we'll do it.
I will.
Me too.
And
Maybe
I
not-
feel bad. Then I'm like, oh, I should go get my kids and be with them, or,
kids.
But it's so much more stress going with
I
the
know,
kids.
I know. Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
It gets easier as they get older, but not much.
But then they just get more annoying.
Yeah.
Great.
It's easier, but
Thanks.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
it's just the facts.
Do you have a favorite local restaurant?
I know you're fit. Do you eat?
I do. I don't know, but I have a favorite bar,
Oh,
Sweetwater.
all right. Oh,
You
right
guys-
on
Is that the
Congress
one
and
On
Linton.
no,
No.
in Boynton.
95
off of,
and-
Gateway.
95 and
Gateway and
yes.
95. Yes.
All right.
Sweetwater, amazing. They make the best like cocktails, and they have like really good appetizer /
Is that the one that always has it has food trucks
Food
outside,
trucks.
right?
Yes.
A lot of times.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I love that
The only
place.
challenge, like, because I like that place too. The only challenge of the place is the parking.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Parking
used to
stinks,
live
but other than that,
Yes.
it's good.
Yes, you did.
And so,
I remember.
Yeah.
me too. Do you cook?
No.
Does Mike?
Mike does.
Yeah?
Yes, he makes the best food.
So-
And it's funny because he'll cook all the time, and I'm like, babe, what'd you put on this? How did you make this? And he's like, I'm not gonna tell you.
Right. You're not going to do it.
No, he won't.
Yeah, that way you have to
'cause
stay
I'm
with
not gonna
him.
do it. And then yes,
All
and
right.
then he's like,
Yeah,
"What?"
smart.
man.
That's the thing. He's like,
Keep
he
you on the
won't
hook.
tell me. He's like, I made it with love.
There you go.
Like, oh, that's cute.
And
That's
so does he have?
he won't
Does
tell
he
me.
have a dish that he makes that you're like, oh, that's what I want? Like
So
stuff
he's
you
like a
crave?
sauce guy. He makes the best sauces. He
Really?
just I don't know if he won't tell me his
Right.
secret, but I think he Googles them and then like makes them his own. So good. And I don't know, he makes us everything. He makes tomahawk steak.
Oh, really?
He what do you call it when you cook in the fancy thing?
Sous vide.
Yes, he sous vides it.
I got that.
He puts it in the
It makes
in
it
the
so
bag.
tender, right?
Yes,
it's
he-
ridiculous.
we have the lamb chops, the little the lollipops. Amazing. Yeah.
That's so good.
We know where they live. We could just stop
That is
by
true.
You
randomly.
really should.
Right,
You
seriously.
should.
Just oh, hey, Mike, you got an extra tomahawk for us?
Right? But by the way, when you said that, I don't know why, because I thought steak seasoning. We had lunch the other day at J. Alexander's, and they had a special sandwich, which was amazing. I don't remember. The Ferdinand is what it was called. It was like,
It was really
For
good.
lunch?
yeah, sliced roast beef, sliced ham. It was sort of like a Cuban sandwich without the pickles.
Okay.
I put pickles on mine.
Right.
Yeah.
It
so
was
good.
delicious, and I didn't feel like having French fries, which came with it. So I asked our regular server, Emily,
Emily, shout out.
right, what do you think I should get instead? And she said, do you like asparagus? I said, I do. And she said, done. And I got to tell you, maybe best asparagus I've ever had.
Wow.
And it was asparagus. They char grill it, right? They put it on the grill. I think they may toss it in a little oil or butter, and then Montreal steak seasoning.
Wow.
That's it. And it was so
And you
good.
went there for lunch?
Yeah. But I didn't eat dinner, but it was a big sandwich.
I didn't eat dinner either. I was so full from a freaking sandwich. It was so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
anyways,
haven't been there forever.
It's so good.
we go there every week. Every
Tuesdays.
Tuesday.
Us
a
and Josh
business
Kugler. We have a
Yeah?
regular standing business meeting.
We sit with Emily.
Oh, I love Josh.
Best
Yeah.
server. Emily is awesome.
Okay.
What's a local hidden gem you think more people should know about?
I think that Sweetwater.
Sweetwater.
All
The
right.
best.
Yeah.
I haven't been there in like 10 years.
It's
I
been a
feel
minute,
like.
So
right?
good.
It's
It's
been
like
there.
usually my go-to for like a date night. I'm like, hey, let's go to Sweetwater real quick.
Oh, that's cool.
Do they have a
Have a
band there?
Oh,
A band? No, but they should.
oh, I know. a
I know
guy.
someone.
Maybe Ras the band. Maybe the Pleasures. I know. some
49
people.
fingers?
49 fingers. I don't know. One of those.
should definitely
the nine
Cat
fingers.
5?
pitch that
Cat
idea
four,
because
cat
that
Cat 4.
19 of the fingers are moving.
place.
9 of them.
19.
Oh,
Because one already moved.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
That stinks. Okay. Sorry. I'm just
How
making.
about you guys? What's a hidden gem that you love?
So-
Going on a date night this week with a couple friends, like a double date night. So we're
Oh.
looking for some recommendations.
A couple friends.
How about Lavello?
Lavello?
That's far for them, though. They're in Northwest
Where's
Boynton.
Lavello?
It's
Like Margate or Coral
Yeah.
Springs. It's
Okay.
far.
but it's friggin' delicious.
So good. I don't know. I'm trying to think up that way.
No, it doesn't matter where.
Yeah.
We'll probably just Uber and go.
Oh,
These
yeah.
are our fancy
Oh, they-
friends,
oh.
Alex and Mike. So
Oh, all right. So listen.
I'm
So
gonna send this to them.
So maybe Lavello, right? The
okay.
food is amazing, great atmosphere. I mean, and if you're like up for a drive and you don't really give a shit, how about Anthony's Runway?
Oh, in
Have
Fort
you been
Lauderdale.
there in Fort Lauderdale?
No.
It is.
Oh, what's the really
Amazing
fancy
food.
place in the Moroccan place in Fort Lauderdale? That's
Oh, I
kind
don't
of
know
like
that.
a big.
I don't know.
Oh, I have to find it. I'll send it to
Okay.
you guys. That seems like a
I want to know.
up and coming
But
place. Yeah.
Anthony's is great Italian food, like really great, and it is such a scene.
Okay.
They have a live band. The guys, you know,
Anthony's?
yeah,
Fort Lauderdale?
yeah. The guys like Sinatra, Bublé, you know, the kind of standards.
Oh, wow.
And they're good. And again, just it is a scene.
Okay.
And you
would
got to
be-
get the chicken,
Chicken parm with
the
vodka
spicy
sauce.
vodka sauce on the chicken parm.
It is so
is
good.
unbelievable.
Awesome.
Sorry,
I
making-
knew I'd find a place.
Yeah, making me hungry. All right, so let me just take a second because this episode is brought to you by Home Dudes Florida. the dependable handyman service that turns your honey-do list into a honey-done list. It's
true.
So whether it's a small fix or a big remodel, we do things the right way. And when things go wrong, we do the right thing. That's just how we do it.
That's right.
Book now at nathansonbrothers.com.
Oh, show. All right. So, Mariana, you've got an exciting event coming up, right? Murph at Evolution Fitness on Memorial Day.
Evolution Fit. You guys know Wade?
We've
Yes.
known Wade
I
for
used
a
to-
million years.
I used to do the 5:30 a.m. workouts with him back in the day. Yeah.
Okay. Yes,
Love
I
Wade.
love Wade. He's amazing. He's
So-
always so like kind.
He just doesn't
Right?
have enough
Kind and
energy.
generous.
No, he's
That's the only
just,
thing.
like, coming,
Very
you
low
know-
energy, quiet.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, he's so good.
No, but he's always like he's always invites me. Come do this.
Yeah.
Like I love. So,
Same.
Yeah, he's a
Nice.
great
guy.
dude.
yeah.
So tell us about the event and why it's meaningful to you.
Well, it's a Memorial Day workout at Evolution Fitness in West Boca. And, Memorial Day is always, for me, I was in the military for 9 years. I didn't have a lot of involvement, to be honest with you, or as lot as I wish I could have been more involved in. My husband just retired. He did 22 years in the military. So his experience was a little bit bigger than mine. And I kind of, I got out of the military a little sooner than I wanted to, but here we are. Anyway, so Memorial Day is a big deal for a lot of military veterans. Not everyone loves to celebrate.
Right.
It can be a pretty
it's Memorial Day.
heartache,
Right.
just to remember your fallen brothers and sisters. So Memorial Day Murph is a workout that a lot of gyms will honor or do in memory of Lieutenant Colonel Murphy, who was a Navy SEAL who died in war. And so every year we do this workout in honor of him. And it's a very difficult workout. It's a buy-in of a mile run. And sometimes people do these with vests on.
wow.
So it's pretty intense.
Yeah.
So you do a mile run, and then you do 100 push-ups, 200 sit-ups, and 300 pull-ups.
Oh, wow.
So usually you want to do them in that order, and then you finish out with another mile. So it's at like about an hour-ish workout. It's very difficult. Like I said, some people wear
She
vests.
said only an hour.
Ben, are you in? I saw that face. He looks like he's in.
And like I said, it's to honor,
down.
it's
Right.
for Lieutenant Colonel Murphy, but also to honor all the fallen
Yeah.
Yeah, I
people
think
we've
that's
lost
amazing.
in wars, Iraq, Afghanistan,
Yeah, I love that
and
you do that.
beyond. And so it was really great to be able to be part of this. And Wade had asked me a while ago if I wanted to come and be part of it, and over commitment, right? I
Yeah.
was like, I don't know if I can do this, but I couldn't say no.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so I was like, I'm totally in.
It's hard to say no to Wade anyway.
Hard to say no to Wade, but it's everything I stand for. It's red, white, and blue, and freedom, and doing things the right way, and having passion and love and kindness for your
Yeah.
community. And that's what I would describe myself as. So I couldn't say no. So we're gonna have a tent. We're doing IVs, B12 shots, skinny shots, have some other specials. I recently also expanded. I now have a mini spa
All right.
side to my aesthetic and wellness.
Right. So you get a grand
business.
opening.
So we did like a small grand opening. We had a great turnout. Thank you to all my patients that, come and support me and love me all the time. So we'll be offering some specials for that. I've hired 2 incredible estheticians. These women are very experienced, very great at what they do, have a lot of knowledge and experience in what they offer. So we'll be offering some specials for them. But yes, so Memorial Day is a very dear place to my heart. Military, everything that my husband and I stand for, and how we met, and everything that we're trying to teach our kids. So.
I
That's awesome.
think it's so phenomenal. Good for you.
Right. And so again, for the grand opening, what prompted that? Of you opening a mini spa?
I in a lot of the things that I do, I offer Botox and fillers and wellness, everything skincare, weight loss. I do a lot of Ozempic, Mounjaro, all that fun stuff that is very popular right now. Hormones, hormone replacement therapy, IVs. We do a lot of IVs, nutritional IVs, and NAD shots, things like that. And I just felt and saw a need for that in my practice, that nothing, if you're coming in to get, Botox with me to reduce the wrinkles in your face, or maybe just feel, your appearance, improve your appearance a little bit. You need the skincare too. I commented on how beautiful your
I know,
skin
my
looks.
brothers did.
We have that on camera now. Thank you.
such great skin. And it's you're not going to go get your hair done and spend $500 and then buy cheap shampoo,
Right.
So it's the same thought for your aesthetic appearance and what you're doing. If you're spending all this money and investing in your appearance and your looks and how you feel generally, you're going to also complement that with good skincare.
Smart.
So I didn't have that before. I had other estheticians that I would collaborate with and work with, but it was just not something that was consistent. So I just needed that consistency, and I feel like for myself, the sky's the limit, and I see myself just kind of outgrowing where I am all the time. And so I was like, I need something that's going to work for me all the time and not just whenever it can, and consistency is not, you have to be consistent to be successful. And so that's what called for this.
That's awesome.
And then the opportunity arose with these two wonderful women, and I was like, I need to take advantage of this. So
That's awesome.
That's great. Good for you.
And so with what you do, right? Because you brought a couple things, and again, I'm glad my brother's sitting in between us, right? The syringe, and so like, tell us a little bit about what you brought and what do you do, and how do you help, and who do you help?
I brought a product here that I love. Jeuveau is one of our newest neurotoxins. So this is very similar to Botox. Botox is our old school neurotoxin. It's been around since the 80s. It's what everybody knows, right? So if you go get an aesthetic treatment, you're probably saying the word Botox.
Right.
You're not necessarily getting Botox. You could be getting fillers or something else, but you're just saying the word Botox because that's what everybody knows.
Right.
So there's been different versions of a type of Botox, and this is one of them. It's kind of one of the newer ones, and I just have come to really love it. Botox for a lot of people, it doesn't, because we've been using it for so long, it may not necessarily last or work as effectively as it once did. So I started adopting and using this one when it first came out, and I've had great success. A lot of my patients love it, and I do use a lot of different products, but I brought this because it's one of my favorites. And then this is a filler. So if you were getting, a dermal filler,
Slide over, Mike. Slide over.
this is what's going to help improve your lines or your cheeks and give you that nice volume or your lips. And it can be very well placed and aesthetically appearing or pleasing. It doesn't have to look fake or unnatural. And I think that's one of the biggest things that I do is educate people on Botox and fillers. They don't have to look weird or overdone or anything like that. You can look just like yourself, just improved and younger and refreshed, right? That's all what this is about. This is all intended to make you feel good inside, because if you feel good on the outside, you're going to start, and it's going to go. They did a study about how Botox treats depression. And mainly that is because when you're treating let's say Botox is going to treat my frown lines, right? So if I'm doing this and I don't have any frowns because I have a Botox, but when you're going like this and you're mad, right? And you're looking angry, you look at yourself in the mirror every day like that. It's going to do something to your psyche. So by treating those frown lines, you're not frowning anymore. So that study was done, and it showed that it improved the depression so much more because you're not frowning, you're not looking at that. So you start to change your psyche about it and your way of thinking about it.
I love that.
So it's actually really great. It's not just, to make, look fake. And I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions about aesthetics and wellness and what we do, but it really can be very natural looking, and you can still be, just like you said, a refreshed, better version of yourself.
That's awesome.
That's really cool, right? Again, because a lot of people just think you're the Botox dealer, right? They don't. They just think
they
that
don't.
they don't understand really what you do.
Right.
Well, now they will.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole.
so
That was part of the whole point.
There's so much.
Was to help
Yes.
people understand, because what you do is you help. I mean, we've talked to. I almost said victims. We talked to patients.
My healing journey is, at first I started out in the hospital and sick people and ill people, and I really saw with that human condition, that part of how it can go really wrong, right? Like your bad decisions over time can lead to disease and poor aging, but it doesn't have to be that way, And now we have the whole wellness community and all the wealth of information that we have that can really lead to not be in the hospital bed like that. You're going to age, but you can
dis-ease,
be,
right?
yes, you can be healthy and age well, and also look and feel good too. It's not necessarily like a negative thing, right?
Right.
I love that. So, as a business owner, what advice would you give to someone who's trying to grow a business while raising a family?
Oh man.
Right. I know you. I mean, you've already said that. Listen, it's a challenge.
I'm still.
But you're in your journey, and there are people
right.
that haven't even started the journey. Like, what
actually,
advice would you give?
I have. There's a couple people that are starting their journey, and they've come to me, and I took that I saw that as a compliment. You know, that was
Heck
really
yeah.
great that they came to me, and these are young moms, you know, similar to me. And like I said, like I'm telling you guys, like I'm still in that journey, and I'm not an expert by any chance, but I think I would say, you know, just pray. God is always my number one. You know, I always go in here first, you know, and just pray, you know, like, God, what is it that you want me to do today? How can I lead the life that is meant for me, firstly? And then second, don't forget your spouse. You know, I'm so grateful that one of the biggest reasons or ways that I'm here is my husband. You know, if he wasn't supporting me and he hadn't, in the way that he does, I would not be able to do this. I'd have to be probably working a job I didn't love, you know? So definitely don't forget your spouse. And I don't know, I'm still living in it. Just try to find the balance in it.
That's awesome.
You
And
seem to be doing a good job.
yeah, and it reminds me of something I think we've talked about in the past that we learned through a coaching program, a real estate and mortgage coaching program, about being fit and having energy.
Stay healthy.
A tired physician assistant, a tired real estate mortgage podcast, like whatever you are, a tired one is a divorced one.
Yeah.
Because if you expend all your energy at work and come home and don't have anything in the tank for your family, it's not going to last.
Right.
Right. So figuring that time for your spouse,
Give
that's
them, that's so important. Of course, if you want your marriage to
Right.
last, you know?
Right.
And like I said, I'm not an expert and I'm still living in it. But that's probably what I've told
That's
the
awesome.
two people that have come to me.
I
You
love
know, I
that.
said to them,
I think
I'm
that's solid.
Yeah.
like, God, don't forget your spouse.
Yeah.
You know, and then of course, once you've got those two things, I think the other things fall into
Yeah.
play.
I love that.
Absolutely. What's the most rewarding part of your work?
Oh, that's a good question.
I think I just love seeing people happy. You know, I think generally what I do is they're happy for the most part. I would say 99% of my patients are generally happy with what I do for them, because it's most of the time I have instant results. So they,
Right.
you know, they start to look or feel good. If it's not instant, it's within, you know, a week or so. And I just love making them happy. You know, I love seeing them come back and they're glowing next
Right.
time I see them.
The
and
mindset has
I
changed,
love
right?
it. Yes, it's such a positive thing for me. And I think most of the people that come to me, they've already, you know, done a little research on me. They've probably seen my social media. They know what I'm about. So it's not like
Right. You're not.
they don't know what they're not getting into. So I don't know. I try to be just a little positive for them all, and that's what I love the most. That my positivity hopefully rubs off on them.
That's awesome. I love it. So now we're going to go to one of our favorite segments
Ooh.
here. This is called the Book of Awesome.
Yes.
So what we're going to ask you to do is to take the book, open up to a random page, read the bold headline at the top, and just tell us if it sparks a memory or a thought or a story or something.
God, that's so
It's
cool.
kind of cool. And put you on the spot.
And if you don't like,
Wow.
and if it's like a weird one and you don't like it, feel free to flip to a different page.
Okay, now let's see. Ready? Okay. Finding your keys after looking forever. I mean, isn't that everything? Like should I read this?
No,
Oh.
just like, does it make you think of anything? Does it bring up a story, a thought?
Every day.
Yeah.
I'm always late.
Yeah. Yeah.
Always late to everything.
You were
And
early today.
You were early today.
I am
you.
shocked that I was early today.
Well,
But-
we appreciate it. Ben appreciates it.
Yeah, no, I'm always late, and I'm literally like, I take 20 trips to the car, put my kids in the car, you know, and I forget everything. So yes, this is every day.
Well, you know what that made
After-
me think of, don't you?
Yes, my wife's phone.
My sister-in-law,
Yes.
on the regular, Lydia, we love you. On the regular, where's my phone? And both of us go, well, I don't know. Mine's in my
Mine's
my
right
pocket.
here.
Yeah, mine's here.
I don't know.
I don't know where yours is.
How many times a week do
Well,
I call
that's-
my wife's phone?
Always.
Oh, that's great. My husband's like, you're always in your phone. I'm like, so I have the opposite problem.
That's
That's
awesome. I love that.
That was really good.
That's
you-
so cool. I
Yeah.
love this.
We
I'm
just
gonna
thought it was
pick
a
that up
nice.
and just
It's a
bring it-
cool
maybe
book.
Just bring it to my patients and say,
I'm telling you, it
read me.
is a
That's
book
cool.
of
I
awesome.
like that.
It's
Yeah,
great
thank you.
mindset. I love that. All right, so we're going to give another quick shout out to somebody that you know too.
Awesome.
The next shout out goes to Eric Eastham of Eastham Law Offices. So Eric helps families and business owners get their estate plans done with clarity and confidence. If you don't have a will, a trust, or a power of attorney, talk to Eric. If you have, this is a big one that a lot of people don't know about. If you have a child in college, you really need to have a power of attorney in place, especially for medical stuff. Because if a kid is in college, another part of the state, another state, and something happens, and you don't have a power of attorney, you can't make decisions for your kid if they're over 18. So for all will trust estate power of attorney, that kind of stuff, talk with Eric. Visit eastham.lawoffices.com.
Because he's what? Effective?
He's effective, efficient, and
and
established. See?
That's right.
Told you know him. All right, so
Great
your
guy.
cell phone. You get your cell phone.
Got it.
What's the image on your lock screen? Will you show us the image on your lock screen?
Of course.
And tell us what's the story.
It's just my beautiful little family.
Aw, love that.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
absolutely
they're
beautiful.
just, I mean, it's just whenever you're having a tough day or a good day, you just look down and it's like,
Yeah.
these are the people that
This is why you're
inspire you,
doing it.
right? This is it.
Right. This is why mommy overcommits.
My little family. Yeah.
That's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
That's a nice picture too.
Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, it's great.
Cruise, wedding, where was that?
It was just Christmas photos.
Oh,
Yeah, I have a great photographer / friend. We've worked together. We've grown together
That's
in our
cool.
industry since day one. So
oh, that's awesome.
yeah, I've seen her blossom, and I think she would say the same for me.
Love that.
That's very cool.
I love that.
Do you have any guilty pleasures or hidden talents?
Oh, good one.
Oh, guilty.
Well, she's fit, so you know it's not food.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I love food, but I love champagne.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm
Any
like
particular?
a giggly, tipsy person.
Oh yeah. Do you have a go-to champagne? What's your
I don't.
no?
I
Whatever's
like
The one that's in
you.
front of you?
Yeah, whatever's in.
It's like my wife with wine. Did I say that out loud? Hold on.
Yeah.
Edit that out, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like some Dom Perignon. Just kidding.
Right, the
I'm
good-
not that fancy.
Why not? The good stuff.
The Perrier Jouet.
Perrier Jouet. That's the good stuff. All right, so
No hidden talents, I don't think.
No?
No?
Besides, oh, you know what I did this morning?
Tell me.
I put an IV in my dog. And
Really?
I told you I'm not a veterinarian. Yeah.
Wow.
So thank you, Daddy, for
Really?
that guidance. Yeah, my dog. Okay, so a little short story. My husband woke up this morning, and the dog, things were coming out of her from both ends.
Ah, gotcha.
She's sick. She's 11 years old. My other dog's 12. These are my babies. I've had them since they were puppies, and so I instantly started crying. So I'm like, this is it. My old girl. But thank God she's okay.
Yeah.
I think. But yes, I put an IV in her.
Oh, wow, hydrated
secretly
her.
I am a.
look at you, are a vet.
See,
All right.
A
hidden
rookie and a
talents.
vet.
Who knew that
Yeah.
I am also
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
That's pretty awesome,
animal healer?
right? We'll take that. So you clearly have great energy, right? Always. You're
Thank
always.
you. Oh, you were talking to
I
her.
was talking to Mariana. Is
Jesus.
what's something that always makes you laugh?
Oh.
Do you have something that you think of
Always
that?
makes me laugh.
Yeah. Does your hubby give you a wink or a nod, or somebody at work make a face? Like what makes you?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. Go-to movie?
Probably my kids or something. They're always like giggling
funny,
or
right?
doing something. Yeah, I would
Right?
say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about you?
So I actually have programmed in my phone, make me laugh, and it pulls up YouTube videos of Ricky Gervais. I love Ricky Gervais, the comedian. He makes me laugh all the time. So if
That's
I'm ever in
awesome.
like and I need to
Yeah.
pick me up,
Yeah. You just
I
watch
tell
that,
it, and Ricky
yeah.
Gervais is my guy.
Okay.
Mhm.
How
You?
about you?
I don't know if I have a goat. I guess I would. Can I? Is it weird to say my wife? And I don't mean laughing at her, but
Is
her
she
and
funny?
I,
Yeah. You
we
guys-
laugh together
Yeah.
every single day. That's like one of the most important things to us, and we laugh together every day. Like we have a good laugh every
that.
single day, and it's
Yeah.
one of my favorite things for sure.
My husband and I need to do more of that. He's very serious,
He
but
is.
he's not. He is,
Right.
but he's not.
Right.
He's
You
like
know, when you get to know
he's
him,
like
actually
down
really-
low goofy.
He
He's
is,
down low
yeah.
goofy.
He's
Absolutely.
Like, always like this.
Well,
But
serious
he's
military
actually,
guy.
Yeah. And he's,
Like
he's a
22 years.
firefighter.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So he's very regimented,
Correct.
very
Yeah.
like by the
Disciplined
book,
and
strict,
it's great.
everything. But yeah, he
laughs.
Can, yeah, he does, and he can like let loose a little bit. But yeah,
Yeah. I mean, is that a good time to talk about when we actually met?
yeah.
How we met?
Let's do it.
Right. I was referred to you by a good friend of ours, Drupa, who was the
Drupa.
doctor for the Palm Beach County firefighters.
Yeah.
And so I went to an appointment at the old townhouse in Delray, and I sat down with you and Mike, and it was basically like, we're closing on a house and we need this sold within 2 weeks. I'm like,
Sorry, not my idea, by the way.
by the way,
They did. We did.
Let me just
You
special
did,
hold
you
on.
did.
Got
I
it
mean,
done.
it's the guy to
That
do
was
it for
I,
sure.
I left. I called my brother. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do.
Really?
All right,
That's
that's a
would
lot of
pressure.
pressure.
I would never have.
That is a lot of pressure.
Wow, you play that.
Yeah, we're
I
good.
mean,
We're professionals.
I know, but like, wow.
It's a lot.
But we got it done.
You did?
And,
I didn't realize you actually felt that.
Oh, heck yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah. So I mean, that was the start. And then, right, we were in BNI for a long time, and we were looking, and I called you. I'm like, hey, have you ever thought about it? Like, you want to just check it out? Because I saw online you were doing stuff, and I'm like, and you came, and I guess you liked our
Yeah.
group.
Yeah.
'Cause you joined?
Oh my God,
Yes.
BNI is amazing.
Such
Well,
a
I
good
always
group.
saw, your posts and your stuff, and I was like, oh my God, I'm telling you, I learned to better network and be just more open and social, and just it's a mindset,
Yeah.
right? Like how can I place this person here? Like,
Yeah.
oh, what can how
Right,
can
make
I bring
connections.
business for? Yeah, and
It's so much
I
fun.
love it. It is so much fun, and it's not thinking of yourself. It's thinking of others first,
Yeah.
right? Like how can I
Kind and
how can I
generous.
help this person?
Yeah.
And then the rest comes back to you. I have
That's how I
found,
feel too.
and it's like if it doesn't, then let it go. It's not meant for you, and it
Absolutely.
will, and I feel like I've learned that from you guys.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
thank you.
it was always so
That's very cool.
inspiring. Michael and I
Awesome.
would always look at your stuff and I'm like, oh my God, they're doing this, they're doing that,
Right.
and then you did
Right.
invite me, and I was like, wow, it's a lot of pressure, but great.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
awesome. I do
Well, we're
love it.
glad you joined the group. So if the world was ending in a year,
Oh,
all right,
all right.
what would be top on your must-do list?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah. What have you been putting off? What do you want to do?
travel the world, right? Like I would just stop working
Yeah.
and rob a bank and then
Right,
go
and travel.
to
Go everywhere.
everywhere. Yes, Mediterranean, everywhere. Yeah.
We might be there
about
in less
you?
than 2 weeks.
I know.
Oh, you guys are going?
We're so
Yeah.
lucky. Yeah, we're going to Europe in 2 weeks from
2 weeks from yesterday.
yesterday. Yeah, like
That's
trip of a
awesome.
lifetime. We're going to Greece, Turkey, Italy. Yeah, it's amazing.
All the wonders of the world.
Yeah.
There's like
yes,
I would, 18 of us, I think, going.
Wow.
Some
I
family,
would-
some friends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
and I
awesome.
just love that. Just the whole thing, right? The architecture, the history. And listen, some of the history sucks. It's brutal.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
terrible.
Oh, yeah. How it got there.
Right.
Yeah.
However,
Yes, I
you
think
know,
most history is that way,
Yeah.
right? Like, what did these
Who
people
had to
do
die
to
to-
these people
Correct.
for this? But
it's gross.
But then I
Yeah.
told you my favorite part, though. My favorite part of this vacation, because of the time difference, right? Because, again, we own a few businesses. Our phones are busy all the time. Our phone doesn't start ringing until like 2 p.m. over there. It is
Right, so we can at least take the
awesome.
morning.
Every morning, I'm like the happiest I ever am.
Yeah.
Not that I'm not. I'm very happy with my
No,
business,
I get
but it's
it.
nice to
Yeah.
not have your
Yeah.
phone literally
right.
nonstop.
Nonstop.
I mean, you know what
Yeah.
it's like.
Yes,
right?
all the time.
So till like 2 p.m. every day,
Nice.
it's chill, relax. Then it starts, but it's all good though. And by the way, I came up with a rule years ago. This might help you too,
Yes.
Miss Business Owner. When I go on vacation with my family, I get 1 hour a day where I can lock myself in a room and do whatever I need to do for business. So other than that, I am there with the now. Every now and then there's going to be a text or a phone call, but it is not a constant thing. And by the way, every time we go away, there's always serious negotiations and a deal, of course.
Always.
Of course.
So
Every
there's times
time.
you have to, but 1 hour a day, I lock myself in the room to do the stuff I need to do.
Okay.
And other than that, I'm there for the family.
I think my husband would appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
It makes a difference.
because I saw it was hurting my marriage.
Yeah.
Because we're on vacation, we're at Disney World with the kids,
Are
and
you
I'm
buried
literally
on
all
your
day.
phone?
I'll be right back. I'll be right
Right.
back. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
It's changed. It
definitely
changed.
affects your
Changed my
family, yeah.
relationship.
Yeah, it is awesome. All right, so we did not get a question from our audience this week, but if you're watching, I know, right? If you're watching or listening and want to submit one, please just head to nathansonbrothers.com and send us a message, or maybe just message on social media. But we'd love to get some input, get some questions, some ideas of some gems that we would, show a little spotlight on, throw a little spotlight on.
I like
think
it.
that'd be
Speaking of spotlights,
Ooh.
is it okay if we talk about Rob Jager and Plum Productions
awesome.
real
That
quick?
would be cool. I like Rob.
So our final shout out goes to our friend Rob Jager and the team at Plum Productions. If you need high quality video production for your business, check them out at plumproductionsmedia.com. Rob's a past guest and a true pro, and his wife Jen is a super impressive too. They make and have a great team. They're like awesome.
Yeah, they really are absolutely awesome together. So, as we're wrapping up, is there anything else you wanted to share that you want to let people know about you, freedom, wellness, and aesthetics? What do you want to get out there? What makes Mariana and her team different?
Well, like I said, veteran owned, family. I totally understand life, right? Like how busy life is, how so it's like a stress-free environment with us. I'm not going to, charge you a bunch of money and then if you cancel on me, I'm gonna just hold you forever to it. Things
Right.
like that. I just I'm very friendly, very open to you and your lifestyle, and I think that's what people appreciate about me the most, and just the truthfulness, the fact that you can come in and have a real conversation with me, and not feel pressured, right? Like not feel like, oh, you need to spend all this money with me and do your Botox and do all this. Just that we can have a genuine conversation, and if I'm not your girl at the end of the day, that's great. I can refer you to somebody next door, and
Right.
I'm not afraid. To tell somebody like, oh, this person might work better for
Listen,
you.
we
than me,
we talked
you know?
about
And
before we started recording about, hey, listen, about you. Oh, you fire clients too? Yeah, you have
Yeah.
to sometimes, right? Because not everybody's a fit. And again, it's
Right.
it's not a malicious thing. It's just,
No,
hey, listen, you have some expectations that we don't think we can meet.
yeah,
And I'd rather turn you down now than let you down later.
right.
Right? It's that same kind of thing.
And I feel like I've learned that along the way. I wasn't always that way.
no,
I
it's
thought I
hard.
could
It's a hard
please
lesson.
everyone,
A
and
hard
then I'm
lesson
like,
learned.
you know what? I can let some people go. It's okay, and the same for me. So it's just a stress-free environment. We can have just like a normal conversation. And like I said, if I'm not your girl at the end of the day, that's okay. I'll send you to somebody who is.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I love that.
So, Mariana, thank you again for being here and sharing your story. You are absolutely making a powerful impact here in South Florida.
Thank
Heck
you
yeah.
guys.
Heck
Thank you
yeah.
for having me. I really,
course.
really
Of
appreciate
course.
you so much. I hope you know that.
Yeah, it is
Our
100% our pleasure. And if you want to connect with Mariana or book a session, that would be awesome. Book a session with
That
Mariana.
would be amazing. Just book a consult.
Yes, right,
Like I
visit-
said, we don't have to
Yeah.
make any.
Yeah, just have a
rash
conversation and
decisions.
figure it out, right? But you can do that at freedomwellnessaesthetics.com or follow her on Instagram. We've had up on the screen Mariana's Freedom Wellness and Aesthetics, right? So if you on Instagram, Facebook, you can't get away from Mariana.
TikTok for you youngins.
Right, the kids. I see you on TikTok too. Everywhere.
Not a huge fan. I got to learn TikTok. Do
Same.
you guys know TikTok?
He does it. I don't do it.
Yeah.
I don't even have it on my phone.
I don't love it, but I have to learn it.
So well, I've said in the past, I use TikTok for two things. I look up motivation. I find some real
Okay.
good motivation videos on there.
And dances.
Recipes.
Okay, recipes.
Ben.
You're not dancing?
Ben, were you laughing? I heard that. Whatever, pal.
I see you dancing too, though, right?
Once
You
in a while.
do.
Listen,
I know
Ben,
you do.
Ben was my stage presence coach, and the fact that you just laughed at that, you
You
jerk.
guys should do a dance together.
I love dancing. No,
Let's
it
do it
just was
together.
funny that she said,
Just dance.
Let's go for a bike
It'll be
ride, and we'll
okay.
do a dance.
hey, I'm
TikTok
still,
dance.
I still want to go check out Wednesday night. They do that
Oh, right
salsa
right over here.
at,
Oh, yeah.
Where?
at Cosmos. They do a
Right here.
Wednesday night. I think it's
wow,
like
babe,
6.
we're gonna come.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Do salsa.
right.
Yeah.
We should make that thing happen.
I think we could do that.
Let me know when you do it.
All right,
I
we'll
wanna
make it.
come.
We'll make it a party. I like that.
So if you need real estate, mortgage, handyman, renovation, or paver help, go to nathansonbrothers.com. Everything is there.
Yes, and please share this episode with a friend. Leave a review. Follow us on Instagram at the Digital Mayors Podcast.
Yep.
And again, make sure to give Mariana a follow. Check her out. Her social media content is awesome. What she does for people is awesome. And give him the filler. a little
He
jab.
doesn't need it. He's perfect.
I know he's all right.
That's why I like her.
But yeah, please share this and let us know if you have any questions. And other than that, we'll see you next time on the Digital Mayors Podcast.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for being here, Mariana. You're awesome.
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
you
you.
guys
Thank
are the
you.
best.
You're
Thank
super
you
cool.
So much.
And don't forget,
Don't forget what, Mike.
I do that for my brother. He loves it.
You can see on my face how much I love him. The Botox doesn't hide it.
We're still on?
We're still on.
Break it down now.
You want to do a TikTok dance?
No.